Welcome to Popcorn Planet.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here live with me every weekday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And today's going to be a little bit of a short show. Today's going to be a different show. And I hope you'll humor me as I'm going to get into something I didn't think I was going to get into today. But there was a news story today that came out. It actually came out yesterday. And it bothered me. It bothered me, and it gave me a lot of PTSD of my own experience that happened to me. And as I was sitting on it, I was like, I'm just going to do a video, or maybe I'll just do a little video on Cactus. The more I just sat with it, the more frustrated I became with it. And I want to talk about it. It's not typically this stuff. I mean, it is the type of stuff I would typically do on this channel, but I know we've pivoted to some other topics. But I hope you'll hear me out. I hope you'll hear it out. Some of this may be news to you. Some of this may not be news to you. Some of this may be new information for you. I'm definitely going to reveal some information. But I want to get into something that's bothering me today. And I appreciate all you guys there. And I appreciate your support. And I appreciate you hearing me out. So where to even begin on this, man? I thought it'd be easier just to do this live, to spitball with you, react to you guys, and see what happens. But this really all came to a head because of this story about Dave Portnoy. Now, I don't know this guy from Adam. I'm not a sports guy. I know of Barstool Sports. I don't know what it's like there. I don't know the climate there. I don't know if this guy's a good guy. I don't know anything about it. Now, this story was trending yesterday, and I was reacting to a lot of it, and I saw the way he handled it, and I got thoughts. Because I got to be honest, I think he handled it well. And some of you may go, what? What do you do? No. And I hope, again, hear me out. Because my own experiences, as I was watching how the media was treating this story, I got really mad. I got really angry. And it brought a lot of flashbacks and memories of what happened to me and things I never said. And I was watching this man come out and just defend his life and just letting it all out. And well, look, I don't know this man. I don't know all the details. I wasn't there. But as I watched him, I related to it in a lot of ways, because even I didn't have the guts, and I still haven't had the guts to speak out as loudly and as scorched earth as I have wanted to. And so today's the day where I'm just going to attempt to do that with you guys. And I hope you'll hear me out, and I hope you'll give me a moment to do it. And I hope, we can do this journey together. So where to begin? Where to begin? All right. Well, for those of you that before I even get to this story, I don't even know if some of you know, my new viewers, if you know, I'm wearing a shirt today. I'm wearing my Screen Junkies shirt. Screen Junkies is a brand I'm immensely proud of. I worked on this brand, and as you go to the fandom page to learn about my history, please don't actually trust this fan page. These are the people that fired me. But you can learn more about it, but they don't really focus too much on my accomplishments. They get pretty quick in my exit. And it's really sad. Because Screen Junkies as a brand, I'm just gonna say it. It would not be where it is without me. It really wouldn't. Now, it wouldn't be there without a lot of people, but Screen Junkies was my baby, and in a lot of ways, I lost my marriage because I treated Screen Junkies like my baby. I was more into my work than I was into my family, and I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I want to put it out right at the beginning of this whole story. I was a terrible husband. In some ways. In a lot of ways, I was a good husband, but in the worst of ways, I was a terrible husband because I wasn't faithful and my partner wasn't okay with that. And I did some awful things to her, and I got to own that. And that's a punishment that I bear. And I think most people don't understand is the punishment I will carry for the rest of my days. That's what I have to own up. And it took me a lot of therapy and time and offline stuff to really come face myself in the mirror, to hug the cactus, if you will, as the term I use on my other channel, to really come to terms with what I did, and to also not let the media and my ex-friends and everybody else on Twitter continue to define me, because they weren't there and they don't know what happened, and they continue to this day refuse to extinguish a narrative that was false. And it was really hard to get over that. And if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I'm clearly not. I'm never going to be fully over it. It's an experience that when you tell someone to get over something, it takes a long time, right? You can't just, move on. You're good. And I will be honest. Most days, legitimately, I haven't even thought about this topic in months. I've been able to move on. I'm so excited about the growth of this channel, and I've been able to move on from what happened in that experience. But today, yesterday rather, As I saw the media handle what was going on in this Dave Portnoy Barstool Sports thing, which I'm going to break down for you, it really, really made me angry. Because it woke up things I never said, ways they treated me, ways the media continues to treat me, ways my haters will still try to use it and twist it against me. And I want to go through this because I'm looking at this story with a completely different lens, guys. As a guy who was accused of similar accusations, this guy is. I'm looking at it differently than a lot of you. So please bear that in mind as I'm going through. And the biggest red flag, before I even get to my truth about Screen Junkies and more, pardon me as I'm doing this as I go. Before I even get there about the Screen Junkies part of this, I saw this article and I thought, and here's the author, Julia Black. This is the hardest I've ever worked on a story. I hope you'll take some time to read it. Thank you to the team at Insider for their support, and of course the brave sources who spoke to me over the last 8 months. Headline, I was literally screaming in pain. Young women say they met Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy, too scared to speak up, have to I gotta be careful with some of these terms. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I see this, I hear this, I go, okay, whoa, what did this guy do? Because these are serious. So I go to click it. I can't even read it. They are forcing me to pay to see this article. Now, right out the gate, I'm angry. Wait, what? And if you saw the glimpse of that headline, it's like, whoa, this is serious. This guy needs to be exposed if this is true. Oh my gosh, we need to get this word out immediately. But no, this is a paywall story. This man's life, who they are putting out there with these allegations, and I'm going to get more into it, don't worry. This man's life, remember, they thought, let's put this behind a paywall. Let's let people make them pay to join. Okay, well, that seems odd, but then it got odder. Heads up, Insider is currently offering a huge discount on annual premium subscriptions. So you can currently pay just $4 a month to read incredible journalism like her investigation into Dave Portnoy. So join today. Look at these amazing deals. This man they're accusing of the awful, most abhorrent crimes you can think of, and they're using it as a fire sale? Quick, you want to learn about the allegations against Dave Portnoy? Join in Business Insider today. Hurry up, we're having a sale timed just to the release of this 8-month long investigation. Hey guys, hurry up. Buy your subscription today because we want to expose this guy, but you can only expose him if you guys pay for it. Come on, guys, you can do it for just $1. And then after that, it's $12.95 a month, billed monthly automatically, but you can cancel any time. Come on, guys, come learn about all this abuse, all these serious allegations. Just pay us $1 to learn about it. This is sickening. All right, so right up the gate, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So then Mr. Portnoy, Dave Portnoy, who again, I don't know this guy. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've only been able to read screenshots of this article because I refuse to pay them for such an important piece of alleged journalism. I'm not going to give them money to hear their biased piece that they're only putting out there as a marketing plan for you got to buy subscriptions. Talk about sus. If this is a serious investigation that you worked all this, the hardest story you've ever worked on, 8 months you worked on this story, and it's not for public consumption, you couldn't put ads on your page, you couldn't have ads around for reloading to get money on this. No, we need to make money on this, on the salacious allegations. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. So I'm looking at all this, and Dave Portnoy, to his lawyer's chagrin and everybody, decides I'm going to take this head on. I'm going head on before this even gets out of hand because he watched people like me who didn't do it head on. I couldn't. My lawyer wouldn't let me, and I didn't go, screw you, lawyer, you're wrong, because she was. I should have spoken up, and she was afraid because the time period, no one else had the strength to do it. And finally, after I did come out a year later, people were inspired. The cancel culture movement, all of this has changed because we've spoken up. We've fought back. Like, look, not every instance is actually honest. Some are. Some in this movement have been very valid and important, but some aren't. And you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're actually doing homework before you go and destroy people's lives. And so here's Dave.
Okay, so Business Insider finally published. The hit piece says it's been 8 months in the making on me. Not the normal hit piece, not the normal stuff about jokes we've made, videos we've made, things we've done at Barstool. This is far more serious allegations, portraying me, painting me really as a sexual deviant. Serious shit. So lawyers have been talking to me, boards, you should say this, you shouldn't say this, you should do that. listen, I've ignored everything they said. I'm going to do what I always do. I'm just going to tell the truth, shoot from the hip, and tell exactly how I feel and where I'm at. No written statements, no pre-planned things, just me being me, and it's worked for me for 20 years, and I'm going to tell the truth. Let's start with the fact I'm not surprised this article came out. I didn't know what would be in it, but for 8 months, I've had every single girl that I've been remotely associated with, girls I know, girls I've hooked up with, girls I don't know, girls who've posted TikToks to me, being like, hey, just heads up, there's a reporter digging around, basically asking about your sexual habits, like, has he done anything? Like,
Oh, I want to pause because he's thrown the screenshots to do this. So this is the great journalism. So here's Julia Black. Hey, it's Melina. There's a reporter who's called me, and they've been working on an article for a little over a month about how you're a predator, et cetera. If I send you her contact info and stuff, she was asking questions about TikTok from a while back. She did say, and so all these women coming forward and be like, yo, block your number. It'd be easier to say, that's okay. On page never said you weren't boss. Just thought it'd be something you want to know. Do appreciate the heads up. I was more so going to tell you about things she said to me about others, not what she said. Long story short, I just told her the only interaction I had with you is basically led me, and you just asked questions about that. She was trying to make it seem like you were like a pedo because I had prom pics from a few years prior. All this stuff coming forward because even the women in his life, because he's had consensual things, it's none of our damn business. All these women saying, no, that's not what he is. That's not who he is. But the reporter ignores it all. Porter ignores it all to continue her narrative. And again, heads up, huge discount for this to get to learn more. So she doesn't put any of that in the article from what I'm known. No, they only focus on, out of 8 months of investigation, 2 women. And so now Dave goes on and he denies it all. He's like, look, I have consensual things. So I don't even, they're anonymous, so I'm unclear, but I've been able to deduce who they are. He goes in and denies it heavily. That's his take on things. You can go watch his whole video. I don't want to, it's long. It's like 20 minutes, 2-piece video. You can go watch his take. You can go read the article. You guys can make your own decision. However, as I'm looking at all this, I get frustrated. So here's another thing. Reporters doing an article, somehow, while trying to find stock quotes, randomly bumped into one of 2 girls she found in her 8 months by accident, and reporter scrubbed her entire anti-Trump social media profile. So she's now in there. We stand by reporting. The story is assigned in March as general profile about Dave Portnoy. So they were doing a general profile on him as stock trading. And then around mid-April, our reporter spoke with a woman about what she described as a frightening encounter. Draft was in the works by that point, but we decided we would be remiss to not explore it further. We eventually heard from more women, and the additional reporting led to the article in a new and unexpected direction. They found one more. 2 women came forward, and there's a lot of vagueness from what I've been able to gather through screenshots, and that's what they did. And then on top of that, they scrubbed her entire, her whole entire piece, her Twitter. Hold on, wait. I want to make sure I don't miss that part before I even get to this part. Yeah, she's a reporter since 2011. Now she only has 133 tweets. Back in March 28th, 2020, she had 4,151 tweets. So apparently right before this article even hit, deleted everything off her Twitter so she could have nothing in there to sort of, they could attack back on. And here's another one from Tim Dillon, comedian, from a reporter who used to work at Business Insider, sent me Tuesday. Yo, want to let you know I left Insider. They killed my interview with you months ago because I didn't want to write a hit piece. If you ever wondered why it never came out. So, guys, why I'm frustrated is like, how is this helping survivors? If these women are telling the truth, how is this type of behavior helping? And then you got to add to that the most sketchy thing at all. The most sketchy thing at all, as people have sort of done because he's into stock trading, etc. It seems someone was front-loading, buying large output positions. Someone was seemingly planning this dip. And he's like, explain it. Well, I look at unusual moves, insider trading, and the options. Before Business Insider released their post, large players took trades against your company, Penn, betting it would down. They profited huge. Looks like people knew of the piece beforehand. So again, Business Insider, who you'd think would be reporting more about things like this, spends 8 months doing this hit piece, finally releases it, and then the worst part of it, as again, if you watch Dave's whole thing, they literally gave him 1 day to respond after 8 months of research. 8 months of research, trying to vet and find everyone they can. They found 2 people who had encounters that made them uncomfortable. He denies them. And now they put this piece out behind a paywall that basically destroys his life, ruins his whole everything. And I have to pay to read it. But it doesn't matter because Twitter doesn't read articles. Twitter will just grab a piece out of context and then put it out there. And that's how journalism is today. We all believe what we read through a snippet. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't know what happened, but this isn't journalism. This is cancel culture, and this is exactly what happened to me. And I'm watching all this happen. I'm watching the mob form, foam at the mouth as people are out there just can't wait to just destroy him. He was humiliating. From what I've gathered on this guy, like, yeah, he has different lifestyles. He clearly is into certain things, and it's none of my freaking business. Now, if someone really has an issue with it, go to the cops, take him to a court of law. Why are you going anonymously to a Business Insider, vaguely giving nonsense? And why is Business Insider spending so much time trying to do this? Oh, I know why. Because, guys, we got a fire sale going on. Guys, hurry up. This sells. This sells. You can dislike Dave Portnoy. I've heard a lot of people don't like Dave Portnoy. I don't know the guy. I don't know enough. I don't watch sports. I don't watch Barstool. But what I'm seeing here just sickens me. Because if this is real, if this incredibly important article she's working on, why didn't you give him more time to respond? Why did you put it behind a paywall? Why is Business Insider even writing about this? How is this even in their wheelhouse? Why are you doing insider trading on his company as it drops? Way too many red flags for me to now even take this seriously. And now I'm not going to take this seriously. And if this guy did indeed do something wrong, this journalist just completely failed. You completely failed anybody if something actually wrong happened because he's got you. You're an idiot. You completely lost all credibility. And in Business Insider now, this is one of multiple stories where they try and do it. And wouldn't you know, when I did my homework on this before I went this morning, oh, of course, Business Insider lied about me as well. And that's the circle and that's the pivot back to why this is relevant to me today and why I'm angry. Because Business Insider, back on that day that all this happened, multiple abuse allegations? That's bullshit. There was one, and she was a liar, and I proved it. And you didn't do the retractment when my PR guy came to you, did you, Insider? You didn't correct this story when the facts actually came out, did you? No, this is still a headline that people screenshot and use against me as if I was this multiple, oh my God, look at all this stuff I did, which is a complete lie. And that's what journalism is today. And it pisses me off because I built this brand. Screen Junkies was my baby. There were a lot of people who made it what it is. I was not alone. It takes a village. It is factual. But I was the idea man. It sickened me when I was out there after I got canceled to see people try to, well, Andy stole the idea for Honest Trailers. It wasn't even his idea for Honest. Bullshit. And all you people who were silent and were in the room that day when you absolutely know I came up with that idea. Let's get a movie trailer voice. Let's be honest. Let's do an honest trailer where we have to actually tell the truth about the truth. Boom, it happened in the room and there are witnesses. And people are still out there, including those people who were there, denying that reality. And what's so funny to me is they refuse, still to this day, to give me the credit. I'm the co-creator. And I've always ignored and just sort of tried to move on, and it doesn't matter. But no, I'm airing it all out. I'm the co-creator now because I chose to give my colleague Brett Weiner co-creator credit because he helped me establish the voice of the show. The show got better because of him, but the idea was mine. He was a writer on the show. And technically, that's all he deserved. Technically, if I didn't even have to give him that credit. It was my idea. But I chose to give him that credit because he deserved it, in my opinion. He helped me create the voice of Honest Trailers. He was an integral part. There were a few other people that were integral parts. Spencer Gilbert became an integral part. But whose idea was it? Where did the idea come that continues to funnel and fuel all of these people's salaries? Mine. So show me some damn respect already. I'm freaking sick of it. I am the creator of the show, and I'm going to wear the shirt with pride, and I don't give a shit anymore. And I'm going to start airing out all the dirty laundry because I'm freaking over it. What you guys did to me was despicable to this day. And for you to still be out there being paid off of my hard work and ideas, it is sickening. To this day, friends, colleagues, people who were there refuse to even acknowledge any other alternative direction. It's literally in this stupid thing. You guys are sick. You are pathetic. You are uncreative. I never want to work with any of you again. I'm so glad I've gotten that part out of it. All of them. F them. But I am pissed because why are we still supporting this shit? This show sucks now. This channel sucks now. You ruined it. This channel is in the toilet. My hard work, this brand that was so good, you've done nothing with it. You've literally turned the channel into boring, shitty trailers. Same old boring shit, and it's done. You're beating a dead horse. Where's your next idea? I thought, it wasn't just me, guys. Oh, Spencer, where's your new idea? You're just literally going to keep phoning it in. You're better than this, Spencer. You are better than this. This is pathetic. Get a better job. Come up with something new. Quit beating a dead horse. To do this without me and have no problem even talking to me? Guys, these guys to this day still have not conversed with me. Literally, overnight. Years of friendship, years of everything, building them out. Dan Murrell, you scumbag. Your girlfriend's got you on a leash. You wouldn't even have her if it wasn't for me. How dare you keep vilifying me and telling me I'm not allowed to talk about it? F you, you self-righteous prick. I'm done. And I'm so glad I'm at a place where I can just get it out. And I haven't been here, but when I read this story, I was just realizing, God, I got to get some of this out. And sometimes you got to get it out. And you guys are jerks. I made mistakes. I have owned those mistakes. How long are you going to make people pay for their mistakes? The mistakes that have paid you for years. For years to this day, you are running this shit in the ground and you're terrible at it. And you have no new concepts. I check in from time to time. It's lazy. You have nothing new. Where are the big ideas? I got Ryan Reynolds on the channel. You brought him back for Deadpool 2, and you did the dumbest, laziest joke. You didn't even make a joke about me. I can't. Guys, they had this opportunity to get Ryan Reynolds back and even take a knock at me, and they didn't even do it. They're just so out of it. It's so by the numbers. It's so sad, and it makes me angry because I'm proud of this brand. I am proud of this show. I'm proud of this shirt. I'm proud of the community. I love that community. And I was in a stupid mindset, and I didn't know how to flirt. I'd never been flirted with before. I didn't know what was going on. I was unhappy in my life at the time. It's not an excuse. It was a whirlwind of problems. I had suddenly thrust into this weird level of fame. I made mistakes. But my God, the way they've treated me since is despicable. Nothing I did warrants the type of behavior that to this day I'm treated like I'm Voldemort. On the own history of the site, and I refuse to let that happen. This channel was a huge success, and no more. Now it's dead. It's completely dead. It was bought by Fandom Entertainment. Now I want to get into this a bit because I haven't gone into this because I've been trying to avoid this drama. I can't talk about what I did during my time. I'm not going to talk about trade secrets during my day. I can't get into all that details. I'm not going to do that. The sale happened after me. So I can speculate here. I can speculate. I may have heard things. I don't know if these things are true. Oh, my goodness. Pamela, thank you so much.
We suck!
Andy, we love you. We support you, and you have made a difference in all of our lives. F them. Please use this for yourself on your trip and not on the channel. Purple Heart.
Thank you, Pamela. You've been amazingly supportive, and thank all of you. But guys, I get it, but I need to get it out. So I appreciate you letting me get this out. Let me get it out. I'm gonna get this out, and I hope, like previously when I've done this, it helps me, and it's gonna make my vacation this weekend be all that much better because I'm gonna be like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta let it out so you can then breathe again. And I guess there was still a little bit more in that I needed to let out. So thank you so much for that, and let me continue here because I want to get all this out. And the reality is, Fandom Entertainment I don't know what you did. I wasn't there. I've heard things. I can't tell you if these are true. So please, by all stretch of the imagination, don't quote me here. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I heard people, my own friends who were in charge. Oh, well, you know, it was sold for pennies of the dollar. Oh, you know, Andy, you put us in such shambles. Bullshit. Do you think this brand, Screen Junkies, was sold for pennies on the dollar? Do you think it was? But that's the narrative that's being told to everybody else. Oh, Andy did this and this. No, I believe, and this is speculation. I don't know anything. I'm just guessing because this is another brand. I never worked for fandom. I don't know what's going on. But I have a sneaking suspicion somebody there is making a lot of money in my absence. A lot of money in my absence. And I believe someone close to me, and you know who you are, sir. You're a scumbag. You had every opportunity to talk to me. You had every opportunity to at least extend a hand and thank me for what we did and understand where I was coming from. And you chose the coward's way out, and karma's going to get you, my man. I thought you were a great dude. You are not a good dude, and karma is a bitch. And you seem like such a nice, I would never wish that on anybody, but my God, is this going to be a hard fall when it hits you. And I'm not going to be there to help you because you weren't there to help me. And the reality is that's what friends do. When you hit bottom, friends are there for you, right? Friends reach out. Friends, even if even if you do something terrible, a friend is there to make sure you don't kill yourself. A friend is there to make sure that your family is okay. A friend doesn't ensure that they take away your unemployment. Guys, they took everything from me. Overnight, I lost my salary. I had a family, and I effed up my family. That's on me. But overnight, they destroyed me. And you know what they did? Do you know what they did after the fact? They took everything away overnight. Done. And then they had the gall to take my unemployment. They literally got them to take my unemployment checks away. I couldn't even get work. I couldn't even do anything. I literally was like, oh, I was suicidal. I was getting a divorce. I was losing everything. And they took my unemployment away. You know they did that. You're a scumbag. And I've held all this in because there were so many personal people behind the scenes that stood by and thought they were doing the self-righteous thing. No, what you did almost killed me. Oh, boo-hoo, Screen Junkies. Oh, you put us in so much pain. You mean you all got paid still? I mean, you moved on to The Last Jedi and all the other shit that you just reported on and you burned it to the ground because you had no creative wherewithal to keep it going? Oh, yeah, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. You guys suck. And your brand sucks. And you needed me. And you know I was running that shit, and that's why I got paid so well. And look what you've done with it. Oh, my God. Look at this embarrassment of a channel. It is just sickening. No, thank God this doesn't have Screen Junkies on it. But these views suck. These hosts suck. These takes suck. You got nothing. You leaned into that stupid mob and you let them own you, and they suck because now you're stuck. Everyone, you've lost all credibility in the world because you didn't have any loyalty. You have no edge. You've lost it all. Where are your ideas? I'd be crushing it to this day. I would have done so many huge things on this channel if I had still had this opportunity. Even from like a freelance standpoint. I always thought, again, I'm going to leave this channel, but I'll be able to like still be a part of this in some way, and we'll do some awesome, collabs, etc. But my God, it is so sad to see what they've become. But they're still profiting so much money, guys. Even with these views, even though they're low, even though this channel sucks, this is a cash cow for them. They sell brand deals. I can only assume that they sell brand deals for so much money. And all these people just get to keep getting paid off their lazy efforts of stealing my idea and just keep running them in the ground. And I say stealing because I really believe I should have had some stake in this. I still do to this day. You literally are just not even using MovieFights. Why? You can't just give me MovieFights? Why are you wasting it? You totally ruined the show because you we can't have fights. Oh, it's movie conversations. Don't we're so toxic. Blah, blah, blah. No, people can have good disagreements about movies. It was fun. We always shook hands at the end, and it was awesome. And people miss that format. And it was great. But no, we can't do it anymore. It's too toxic. Blah, 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 blah. Then give it to me. There's one solve. Let's find a solve here. Because until you do something to right the wrong, F this channel. Don't support these guys. They're scumbags. In my opinion, that's what I think. Do what you want. But this is just it's what they did was calculated, and I believe, as I looked at this Barstool thing, I believe again, don't sue me because I don't. What do I know? I'm just speculating here, so take it as you will. I believe this was an opportunity to make a lot of money. Specific people, competitors. There was a lot of opportunity for certain people to control the narrative in this situation and use my downfall as a way to make a quick buck and to also lead it because they didn't like working under my shadow. They clearly weren't my friends. I thought they were. And I'm not even talking about the people you know. I'm not even talking about the people you know. It's a sham. And as I did talk limited to a couple people, it was so clear that they were continued to be told lies. And I understand why they don't want to believe me. I mean, I get it. But my God, I have texts and I have the evidence. So I don't know why you keep burying your head in the sand. I don't get it. I don't get it. But look, it is so sad to me that the media doesn't give a shit in these types of stories. And as I get all this out and I just bitch about this because I don't want to keep doing these videos. I don't. This is not what it is. But sometimes I just got to scream. And when I saw what they were doing to Barstool Sports guy, who may as well, for all I know, he's not a great guy. Or I don't like the guy. I don't even know. But right now, I'm going to support the guy because this is a hit piece. This is a hit piece against him. And even though I don't know the guy, I'm on Team Dave right now because no matter what he's done, I don't care. I don't care what people do in the bedroom if it's consensual. It's none of my damn business. And that's what was so shady about what everyone did to me. As Screen Junkies put out the press release and everything about me, just basically endorsing it, my whole cast endorsed it. And to this day, after it was corrected, one privately said, well, I don't believe you did. But they won't say it publicly. And they still won't say it publicly. And if this channel really wants to right its wrongs, it's time for the meeting of minds. It's time for that conversation. Why are we so goddamn afraid of conversations? It's not even them. It's like all these people, and they are beneath me at this point. People I see in the comments. But you guys just understand. It's just like what on earth were you thinking? I mean, it's not even just Screen Junkies for those in the community. Christian Harloff, you coward. You coward. Your show and channel are tanking because you're pleading to a base that's only going to take you so high. The rest of the world's going to look at you. Oh man, that's biased on one side. No thanks. I don't like this type of place. See ya. Well, Screen Junkies excelled because we had everybody on and we didn't talk about the politics of it. We talked about the movies of it. Everybody looked up to us because we did it all. Some people thought we were too liberal, whatever, but bullshit. They would have come on MovieFights because we were popular and we did. I tried my best to have everybody on there. But my God, this fate of movie commentary, it's so depressing. I don't even want any more part of it. I do it once in a while for fun on my channel, Movie World. But at the end of the day, I'm angry. I'm still angry about this, clearly, and I'm mad at them. And I'm mad at specific people still. And I know they're going to watch this video and they're going to say, oh my God, Andy's just ranting again. No, to you directly. F you. F you. It's taken me a while to get to this point to really say it and mean it, but F you. I don't want anything from you anymore. But the brand itself, the company, they should do right to the public because what you did to me was wrong. I've owned my issues. I've taken accountability on what I did. But to this day, still, for this stupid bullshit, this is how I'm remembered on the channel? F you. Former. F you. Everything I've done for that channel, and you're going to, really, this is how you're going to leave it? So yeah, oh yeah, it's a big F you to me. Oh, he's not associated with us. Oh, we don't speak to him. Oh, we can't do it. Everybody there, and all the hosts. Yeah, I'm talking to all of you. All of you. Spencer, Dan, Joe, Roth, all of you guys. Max, all of you guys. F you. You never could call me and hear out what actually happened or accept an apology? None of you would be there without me. How dare you? You owed me a call. You did. You all did, and I hope you experience the other side of it. I do, so you actually understand how effed up it was. I tried so hard to just take the high ground and bow down, and I'm so I'm sorry I even did it. I'm sorry if these people are terrible people. That channel is abysmal. I'm so upset about it, and I don't want nothing to do with it anymore. I would love MovieFights back. If you're just gonna sit there and waste it, why? What the fuck? Like, what is this? Like this? I'm sorry. My final bit of the roast. Like, dude, your channel sucks. You literally, and I know how hard it is. The only time they seem to do well is when they go do a long show, and that takes forever. Literally, your views are in the toilet. You've just put this in the ground compared to the heyday of what we did, and I understand everything has highs and lows. But my God, in my day, for a video that's 4 weeks old to not even crack 600,000, and you have tons of them, it is depressing. Fast 9 trailer hasn't cracked 1 million in 2 months? I mean, this isn't... Sponsors, why are you still buying this dead horse? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. And if you watch this show still and you're laughing at it, guess what? It's because thanks to me. So if you hate me, you shouldn't watch it. And if you like me, guess what? You also shouldn't watch it anymore. That's the sad reality of it. Until they right the wrong and they want to officially do it, my DMs are open. It's time to right the wrong. It's time to right the wrong. Will you do the right thing like I did? I took accountability. When are you going to face facts? When are you going to do it? Never. That's my guess. Never. Anyway, so at the end of this day, I feel better. I feel better. I feel better. And for Mr. Dave Portnoy, I got your back on this one because I can see what they're doing here. And Julia Black, despicable. Now, it may not have been your call to put it behind the paywall, but despicable for you to write it in a way that you didn't tell the whole story. So you are biased. You clearly wanted to take him out because you don't like him, I'm guessing politically. That's what happened here, in my opinion. And so now everything you did, all this hard work you did is tainted by your bias, and I'm not going to take it seriously. And I can't even read it because your company made me made me have to buy it, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So awful journalism. Awful, and then promoting it. This woman, Grace, come on, guys, heads up. We're huge discount. She's the politics reporter. Huge discount, guys. Join on over today because you can read about the Dave Portnoy allegations. Did he do it? I don't know. You'll have to see. But hey, the headline's already out there, so we destroyed his life. Sickening. That's what Screen Junkies did. That's what Business Insider is doing. And to all these media outlets that keep continuing to do this to this day, F them. We have to call them out. I'm going to always call them out because this is important to me. This isn't right. And it's not even about me or him. Guys, if this really happened, this is so disrespectful to the victims. You just completely ruined what could have been an important investigation of a person who needs to be investigated. In my situation, what was so frustrating is they knew she was lying because I shared with them the messages. I was able to prove that her tweets were lies. And she was the only one who had that allegation out there, the serious allegation. The rest of it was all awkward flirting. It really was. Power dynamics. I get it. I regret that. I regret that, and I should have been more careful. I didn't know how to navigate it because I had no training how to do that. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's true. When you suddenly are thrusted by a company to be the face and all over and interacting with fans and going out to conventions, and then there's suddenly people flirting with you, and you're not prepared for it, yeah, it fucks with you. It totally does, and more people need to talk about it. In fact, think of how much more good we could have done if Screen Junkies had that town hall with me and a psychologist or an expert. Think of the good we could have actually done to try to, like, me, who is willing and ready and have still to this day taken accountability for the things I've done, which a lot of people don't want to do. And you didn't even want to, you had no guts to even go there. That's who you are. You guys are cowards. You are cowards, you are uncreative, and you are desperate, and you're just going to keep mining my IP because it's all you have. It's sick. It's desperate. And yeah, it pisses me off. So if that's what your goal was, I guess you won a little bit, but I win in that I've been able to stand back up. I've been able to rebuild again against all you fuckers who tried to knock me down. All you people who tried to cancel me, and it infuriates you. Because I did not let you cancel me. I did not back down. And I implore all of you to remember it. And that's why I'm so passionate on certain topics. You have to get up. You have to keep going. God, it was so dark for a certain point. I really almost checked out, and I get so emotional about it. If it wasn't for my kids, my kid at the time kept me alive. It was that bad. I don't say that for sympathy. I say it because people don't understand how much of a brutal weapon this cancel culture is. What Business Insider is doing right now as a fire sale to destroy this man's livelihood. It is deplorable, and everyone involved should be ashamed of themselves. If this is truly such important reporting, put it for free on the damn site. My God, it's sickening. And to all you people who just stood back to years later, after every attempt, I tried my damnedest to apologize to you. And you still to this day like, whatever, F him. Yeah, Andy sucked, didn't he? Shame on you. Shame on you. And all you people who are still watching it, shame on you too. You know the truth and you don't give a shit. Whatever, I'm just going to watch. No, you're all enabling it. You're all enabling this actual bad behavior. Because yes, I made mistakes. I've owned it. So many people tell me, Andy, stop even saying that. But you got to own them. And we need to reward the people who actually make the change and own them. And I try to do that on my channel. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt because people, I've learned now, and it takes people who've fallen down to truly know this. Most people on Twitter who are out there trying to knock everybody down, they haven't lived the life. They haven't been knocked down. They don't know the reality of it all. But the fact is, when you get knocked down, you can change. And you can either check out or you get back up. And those that get back up, and I know a lot of you who got back up and you're watching, and I'm proud of you. To everybody else who's been inspired by me, let me tell you something. I'm inspired by you. It takes guts to get back up. It takes guts to put your name back on social media. When you know these headlines from assholes at Business Insider are going to constantly be thrown at you and your kids when they're false. I'm talking to you, Aaron Couch at Hollywood Reporter, you scum. Oh, Andy, hit me up anytime if you want something changed. Oh, hey, Aaron, can you change that false headline? Oh, sorry, no. And dude blocks me and wonders why I'm mad at him. Because your headline is screenshotted because people will still Google it and find false shit. You can't even, we don't edit past articles. Sorry. It is just so deplorable what's happening in our society and the mass media, and I am not going to allow it. I'm not going to do it. And if you read something about me or someone's telling you something about me, you come to me and ask. And you should do that with everybody. Don't you dare just believe what you read on Twitter. So I literally have trolls who I think I'm getting close to figuring out who they are. I literally have trolls who will just be blocked, anonymously blocked, and they're still blocked, and they will figure out a way to still get into every reply on my, Andy did this, and this, Andy did this. Oh, you're supporting Andy because he did this. And then even now at this point, thank God, I have a fan base and people who know, and because I'm transparent. I've taken accountability. I've owned my mistakes. You have to. I wear it as a scarlet letter. And so people will, yeah, whatever. And they still, to this day, it'll never end. It'll never end. But it takes guts to ignore that and to get back up. So all you people out there who say you're inspired me, and so many of you do, and I'm so grateful for it. It keeps me going. Please know I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by you when I see people get going. And today, I don't know this man. I may not like this man, but I was inspired by him having the guts to go out and just saying it. Be like, no, look, I'm not afraid. I'm going to say it what it is. This is the facts. Now, you may not believe him, but until there's a criminal charge against this guy, you just don't watch him. Don't watch him. I mean, what did Business Insider think this was going to happen? Oh, I know what they thought this happened. Let's make a lot of money. Despicable. So I appreciate you letting me rant today. I appreciate it more than anything. I know this channel has become a lot of things, and I'm so grateful for you to be able to go to a new area of people who will learn who I am and respect me and get to know me and not judge me by my past. Thank you. I'm going to mess up again. I'm sure I'm going to mess up. We all do. We're all human. So, but I'm never going to do what they have accused me of because that's not ever who I've been. And so don't ever let the internet on Twitter do that. And don't let the media trick you into thinking that something's happened, because more often than not, this happens so much more. Justice for Johnny Depp. Lies. Free Britney. TMZ's literally, yeah, she's not locked in there. She checked into that rehab facility, totally voluntarily. Yeah, she's not locked up in her house. Oh yeah, she's got it all, blah, 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 blah. Harvey Levin, ugh. That's why I report on these cases. Oh, no, Andy, you're mining tragedies. Nobody gets it. Nobody freaking gets it. I am so against the media, I will call it out any chance I can. Because when they lie and you find out the true narrative about the stink stuff, it's so important you expose that. So thank you to everybody who's watched. I feel rejuvenated. I get to go on vacation this weekend. I got some videos planned for you. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. And I am so thankful to all of you. If you've just found me again, if you're trying to figure out what we've pivoted, we do pop culture news, we do true crime stories, and we have an amazingly supportive audience without judgment. We get to hear each other out. We get to challenge each other. It is a beautiful place. I'm so grateful to these amazing people in my chat. You guys, I'm sorry I haven't even been watching today to know all you guys that have been tuning in day after day, no matter what I'm posting. I'm just shocked and in awe and so grateful and inspired by you all. I hope you know it, because I've had an uphill battle here. I'm not trying to play victim, but it's like, it was hard. It was hard. And it was really hard to get back up. It was really hard to put myself back out in a place that I know I'm really good at doing. You don't have to like me. Okay, great. I get it. I was a jerk to a lot of people, and I've sent actual apologies to people that I've meant, and they've accepted, and I'm grateful for that. And if there's someone else out there that feels like they were wronged by me, I've made it so clear. Reach out. Clear the air. Enough is enough. I just can't wait for someone of that era to finally have the guts. You are going to be applauded. And it's going to be an amazing conversation when someone has the guts to be like, all right, I'm crossing the picket line. Andy, let's talk about it. Someday it needs to happen, or the closure is never going to happen for either of us. It's so stupid. Wise up already. Move on. Let's move on together. Let's support each other. Let's not rewrite the history. I am not going to let you rewrite the history of Screen Junkies. Someone told me, every time you talk, it gets everybody nervous. Good. And that's why I do it, because you guys are still silent. Start talking. Enough is enough.